Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to control the volume here because it's very early in the morning. I don't want everybody to wake up. All right. So I was waiting for Sonal ji because she missed the last class. So again, like last time, we'll start with the prayers. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Mavamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastaman Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shrinvanno Devasi Dasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Virvajinivati Dhinam Avitrevatu Maha Saraswati Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guruve Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarvavidyanam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Asmin Guru Charanarvindabhyam Namaha Devim Vachavajanayanta Devaha Tam Vishwarupa Pashavo Vadanti Sano Mandreshu Murjanduhana Dhenurvagasman Prasushtataitu Vyasam Vasishtarattaram Shakte Pautamakalmasham Parasharatmajam Mande Shukatatam Taponidem Vyasaya Vishnurupaja Vyasarupaja Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanideye Vasishthaja Namo Namaha Shivashakti Samarambham Bhaskaracharya Madhyamam Swashrinath Paryantam Mande Guru Paramparam Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampadah Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute Deepo Jyoti Param Brahma Deepo Jyoti Janardana Deepo Harat Me Papam Sandhya Deepo Namostute Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Lalita Maha Tripurasundari Sameda Shri Chandramoulishwaraya Namaha Shri Kanchi Kamakoti Peethadipati Jagadguru Shri Shankaracharya Shri Charanayoho Pranamaha Swasti Srimad Bhumandala Strayatram Chatakoti Devata Sevida Shri Kamakshi Devi Sanatha Srimad Ekam Pranatha Shri Mahadevi Sanatha Shri Hastigirinatha Sakshatkara Paramadhisthana Satyavrata Namankita Kanchi Divya Kshetre Sharada Matha Sustitanam Atulita Siddhara Samadhurya Kamalasana Kamini Dhammilla Sambhulla Mallika Malika Rishyanda Makaranda Jari Sauvastika Vagnigam Bhavijrumbananda Tandriti Vanishi Mandalanam Anavrata Dvaita Vidya Vinoda Rasikanam Nirantara Lankriti Krata Shanti Danti Bhumnam Sakala Bhuvana Chakra Pratishthavaka Shri Chakra Pratishtha Vikhyata Yasholankratanam Nikila Pashanda Shanta Kantakodhatanena Vishati Krita Veda Vedanta Marga Sharmata Pratishthapakaracharyanam Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Varya Shri Jagadguru Srimad Shankara Bhagavad Padacharyanam Adhisthane Simhasanabhishekta Srimad Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Sayyamindranam Adhisthane Simhasanabhishekta Srimad Jayendra Saraswati Sayyamindranam Ante Vasivarya Srimad Shankara Vijayendra Saraswati Shripadanam Cha Charananiyoho Saprashriyam Sanjali Bandham Namaskuraha. Okay. How many of you are able to look at the script, hear the audio, or even the last couple of classes video? அதில் என்ன ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா?
Shall I correct?
Huh?
Shall I say it?
No problem.
Bhadram karne Vishnuyamadevah Bhadram pashe makshapiryajatraha Tirairangai stushtvagam sastanubhihi Vyashemadevahitam yadayuhu Swasti na indro vradashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti Nastakshyo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti Shanti
சரி, எக்ஸலண்ட் அட்டெம்ப்ட். ஏன்னா இப்போ ஒரு கிளாஸில் நீங்கள் இவ்வளோ வருவேன்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கல. பிகாஸ் யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் த பேக்ரவுண்ட், ரைட்? உங்களுக்கு immediate feedback தரேன். You are getting the gist of the swaras எப்படி எங்க போகணும்னு. But one important visualization, this is all visualization. The beauty of the whole thing is your mind responds to what your eyes see. The reverse is also true. Normally you say my mind reacts or responds to what the eyes see, right? The reverse is also true. Mind எப்படி think பண்றதோ, the eyes would look for all those things. Classic example is if you buy a Tesla, suddenly you will see all the cars on the road is Tesla. If you buy a Benz, you will see all the Benzes on the road. இதை நீங்க ஒன்று ட்ரை பண்ணி பாருங்க. ராதா கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணிக்கிறியா? ஸோ பத்மஜா உங்க வீடியோ போயிடுது. ஸோ இதில் என்ன ஆகுதுனாக்கா, what happens is you need to tune your mind to say my swaras are all like square or rectangle waves. It's not like a wavy pattern. So there cannot be a swara that transitions from one akshara to the other akshara. Each swara has got one note. Crisp or note adikum. So bhadram, it cannot be bhadram. That is musical sort of a connotation.
Okay.
Okay. It is a visualization problem. Whereas you got the swaras right, you are able to know that the swara is going up and down at the right place. So that's why I'm giving you this feedback. So bhadram, again, karne bhish, lalla lal, chiselda crispa irukkum. Pardon me, because I'm in half my mood to pack my bag and leave. So chiselda pono. Instead of saying karne bhish, ne bhish, banda. Karne bhish, karne, the note hit ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா நாங்கள் ஹோல்டு பண்ணுவோம். Karne bhish, shruno, tada, not like na na na, அப்படி வரக்கூடாது. Shruno. Okay, and then there is another thing that you have to consciously work upon, especially with swarita and more towards the end of the word. Shruno yama. End of the wordல அந்த ஸ்வரித்தா இருந்தேன்னா என்ன ஆகும்னா, the mind is tuned to saying ரொம்ப தள்ளி இருக்குது, முன்னாடி சொல்லிடலாம் அப்படின்னு. Shruno yama அப்படி போகும். Yama, because that's a natural singing tune இல்லையா? So shruno yama, exactly the opposite of what you want to do. Shruno yama yama, இது பிரிச்சு ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ அது என்னதுன்னா, then you're programming your mind, please look at the word the way I am looking at it, or hear it the way I want to hear it. ஸோ ரிவர்ஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா கரெக்டாக போகும். இது ஒரு டெக்னிக் நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ணி பாருங்க. லெட் us see how it happens in the next class. பட் எக்ஸலண்ட் எஃபர்ட். அண்ட் இன்னொன்று என்னென்னா, நீங்கள் அது மாதிரி பப்ளிக்காக சொல்லிட்டு அடிச்சுங்க, அந்த பயம் போயிடும். நம்மளை பார்த்து யாராவது சிரிப்பாளோ, அவா சிரிப்பாளோ, இவா சிரிப்பாளோ, அதெல்லாம் ஆல் தட் ஃபியர் வில் கோ அவே. ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக வர ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். அக்கம் இந்த இதில் பஷ்யே மாக்ஷபெர், இதை நான் குரூப்பிங் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். பட் அதே மாதிரி நீங்க சாண்ட் பண்ணணும். Once you are familiar with the word, don't go back to reading. Use the grouping to practice. Pashye makshabhir yajatraha. இது பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும், பாஸ் பண்ணி. Then memorize ஆகிடும். மெமரைஸ் ஆகிறது without looking at the script, you must say pashye makshabhir yajatraha. அந்த ரிங் அடிக்கணும் காது. Again and again it should ring in your ears. Pashye. Otherwise what happens is, in the beginning the swarita is there, it is too early for you to hit the note, so you do it in the next akshara. Pashye instead of pashye. Are you able to hear the difference? It is pashye. ஆரம்பத்திலே டக்குன்னு ஒரு நோட் அடிக்கணும். No, pashye. A is holding udata. Otherwise A will go to anudata. Pashye போச்சுன்னா anudata ஆயிடும். Pashye, consciously you have to hold it. A. Correct. You're getting it. But again, careful on matra. So you shouldn't say Pashi moon matra idam. Rendilla stop பண்ணணும். So the ratio 1:2, 1:2, 2:1 அது பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். Pashye Makshbhir Makshamo இல்ல Makshbhir Yajatraha. Correct. அது நீங்க the audio, if you have to keep practicing with the audio, it will program your audio part of it. இப்போ ஒன்று ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க, அந்த பஷ்ய மாக்ஷபிர ஜத்ரா. பாஸ் பண்ணி ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆன் த சவுண்ட்.
भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्रा
भद्रं पश्ये माक्षभिर perfect. यजत्रा अल्ल not यजत्राः. There you go. You have to get used to it. That அதுக்கு தான் first stage சொன்னேன். The tendency to say I'm going to chant like Kumar அப்படின்னா, then I will give you a tougher test. So you see now the test. I want you to match up to me now. Bhadram garne vishnuyav devaah bhadram pashyemakshviryajatraah sthirairangai stushtvagam sastanubhi vishema devahitam yajayuh swastina indro vriddashavaah swastina puja vishvavedaah swastirastakshyo arishthanemi swastino brihaspatir dadatu om shanti shanti shantihi. இது உங்களால என்ன மேட்ச் பண்ண முடியாது. So park it. Okay. Piece by piece. Le Bhadram Lalla. Correct. And that note important. Bhadram. இப்போ வரது இல்லையா, திருப்பி இல்ல பஷ்யே. Correct. Makshbhir. Correct. இல்ல யஜத்ராஹ. அடிங்கோ, வெக்கப்படாதுங்கோ. யஜத்ராஹ. There you go. Exactly.
Combine participants, I think.
Don't worry. See, don't think 2-3 steps ahead. Even if you break it piece by piece, if you get it notes right, automatic our combination.
One time.
இல்ல பஷ்யே. மேல போக கூடாது. யஜத்ராஹ. No, you are combining the words. அதனால தான் you are in a rush. That is what I'm trying to program the brain.
What is happening?
Piece பண்ணுங்க. அது நீங்க ஏன் கவலைப்படுறீங்க? You leave it to me. Shall we take a sankalpam that in 3 months you'll be chanting in public Ganapatyotharvaseersham? So that is my responsibility. Don't worry about the future and lose the present. Right now you are in a class learning one of the toughest things. அது மாதிரி பஷ்யே மாக்ஷபிர் யஜத்ராஹ. அது வந்து ஆடியோ ப்ரோக்ராமிங் தான் பண்ண முடியும். PDF எவ்வளவு PDF ரிலை பண்றோம் அதுக்கு எத்தனை ஸ்வரம் தப்பாகும். You will miss the swaras. You don't worry about anybody commenting on you. How are you splitting Vedas like this? Who taught you? Who is a fool? எல்லாம் சொல்லுவா. ஆமா. மாக்ஷபிர் யஜத்ராஹ. Correct. இதை நீங்க take your sankalpam that I will not rush and combine and go through the whole thing. It takes time. See, I am lecturing people today after 40 years. More than 45 years. Right? And I was programmed at a very, very young age. And the programming எப்படினாக்க வாத்தியார் ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா டக்குன்னு உட்காந்துரும். This is 60 plus. So it takes 10 more times register ஆகிறதுக்கு. So that is okay. It's only once. If you learn the technique once, then you're on a roll. அது வரைக்கும் கொஞ்சம் you have to be patient. Hmm? And you have to show that courage to attempt in public also. Everybody is a learner here. Nobody is going to laugh at you. Hey, Padmaja is taking so much time to learn. And that is the most important thing. Good. So very happy that you made an attempt. There anybody else wants to try? எல்லாரும் ரொம்ப சீரியஸா உட்காந்துருக்காங்க எவ்ரிபடி. சோனல்ஜி, you're on a walk, I guess.
Can I?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Sonalji, you're speaking on mute, so it's okay. Let Radha chant it, and then we will continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Now Radha, now you'll put the rankers to test and the auditors to test to see how they audited the chanting. Can anybody say, first of all, excellent chanting? Nanna poche. But
In fact, I've been practicing for last 1 week. And then I was traveling today and I've come to my sister-in-law's place, just had my food, then I told her,
Good.
no, I have to log in before that.
Good.
He's also traveling, so anyway.
No problem. Good. So let us see the ranker and the auditors whether they're able to catch the mistakes. Whether there were mistakes at all. Hey, you chant padla. You're not chanting, so you can freely talk now. You're only criticizing or critiquing somebody's chant.
Classes, no, I think excellent chanting.
Yeah. Usha?
She did a very good job. She did a very good job.
So
But I haven't reached that stage yet.
Okay.
Maybe one more week I will.
So first feedback children. Practice shows. Now probably you'll have to work on there's something called concentration span.
Yeah.
Again, this is not regular roting of some text, etc. You're actually trying to accomplish too many things in a short time. Notes, matra, meter, akshara shuddhi, then combination of sandhis. So the brain is too busy. That concentration lapses. And I can tell you exactly where you lost your concentration. Because you started out like a Vedic chant, Naisa vandade. Suddenly, Padmaja is now acknowledging it. So as you came to Swastina Pusha, it started getting into musical tone. அது again practice-ல தான் வரும்.
In fact, I don't know the words, so I'm seeing and then reciting.
Okay.
I hope over a period of time I'm able to remember.
Sure.
Because I prefer to remember and chant. But this, I've been following for the last 1 week, whatever your
video,
video was there. So finally, since I was traveling today, no practice today.
Sure, no problem.
But I just wanted to join in somehow or the other.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate that. Now you will appreciate, all of you, how you have to respect the pandits that come to your home to do Veda Parayana. They'll start at 5:30 in the morning. They will go on without missing a note, without missing a matra up to 10:30 in the night. They can and they will. And that is all trained. It is not like gifted by birth. If you see Veda classes, they will do this. This is done to program. And that's the only way you can pick it up. Right? So, great. Without much of, discourse, I wanted to use this opportunity to say, if you don't do this, what will happen? That's a classic output. Nitish, now focusing on the auditing part of it. You remember she also did the same thing. Pashye. It's a very natural tone. 8 out of 10 will do that, no matter how many times you tell them. And that is what you need to overcome. My natural tendency is Pashye. No, I'm supposed to say Pashye. And that is the way you program it. Pashye. Then again, Yada Yuhu. Don't feel shy when Swarita is there. Yada Yuhu. Yuhu. Hit it with. Correct. Swasti na. When you have such kind of a anudata, tendency is okay. I know it is anudata. Yaar, come on. Swastina, swastina. It will go like swastina. You will not take that extra care to say I have to go dip down. Swastina. The base note. Correct. Indro, Vradha, Shravaha, Vradha, Shravaha. You handled Swastina Pusha very well. Swastina Pusha you handled very well. Whereas Vishwa Vedaha, what happened is you did Vishwa instead of Vishwa, you did Vishwa. Vishwa La La. Correct. Vishwa Veda. Correct. Then Swasti Nastar. Instead of yo, you said yo. Sarita. Swasti Nastarkyo. Correct. Arishtanemihi. Correct. Swasti no. Brihas. Patir. Dadhatu. Super. Once you start paying attention, then it is fully under your control. And Nitish and Usha, you have to come out of your orientation mindset now. Now fully jump into it. Tappana paravalle. Don't. Pashye. Tappa. Pashye. Ye pokada udata. Hold. Pashye. No, you are bringing the ye down. Practice பண்ணுங்க கொஞ்சம். Pashye. Ye. அப்படி கத்துற மாதிரி you have to remember, like you're screaming. Pashye. Makshabhir. Yajatraha. Okay. So let's go to the next paragraph. Om Namaste Ganapataye. Namaste. Oh, Sonalji, yes, go ahead. I saw that you're raising.
Yes, sir. I just parked the car. Please, may I have a go?
Sure, absolutely.
Om Bhadram Karane Vishnuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Jatraha Sthirairangai Sushtuvakum Sastanu Vihir Vyashema Devahitayadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vratashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Starksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Superb chanting.
Thank you.
No,
I've been
since
practicing really hard.
I would like to ask a question. Is it the first time you have learned and chanted it, or you already knew it? Now you are
Yes, sir.
correcting yourself.
From you.
Hey, then all of you should put an applause for this guy sitting here.
Because I keep on listening to it all the time.
I frankly speaking didn't believe it. The way you chanted it is like you already knew Ganapatyotharvaseersham, but now you are correcting your swaras.
Thank you.
There is another thing that I wish people had heard and commented about. She did something extraordinary, which in all my years of teaching, nobody has done. And that is why I felt that you already knew it and you're correcting yourself. Can you chant that Vyasheva, that part? Vyasheva, Deva.
Yashema Deva Hitayadayuhu.
Are you getting the clue of what she is doing? No, you're on mute, Padmaja.
We say hitam, no? Okay, we say hitam, no? But
No, that is the correct pronunciation. Very rare for people to say that. Go back to the video. Anuswara followed by Kachatatapa, yes, im and na. Ma and na. This is followed by ya. So it is Devahitang Anunasika. Isn't it impressive?
yes.
Good, very good. So, a couple of feedbacks, Sonalji. Don't be in a rush. Slow down.
Because I was frightened I'll forget it. Or
That's okay. But while practicing itself, slow down. And again, everybody, you can remember these golden words for the rest of your life. If you program your Vedam chanting in the wrong way, it will take 10 times more effort to unlearn and learn. Very, very complicated. So even if you don't learn properly, it takes time for the learning, it is okay. But don't program the wrong thing once. The rush tendency will always come, say, either thinking that I cannot chant slow or I know enough now, I can go. Both are dangerous. And I'll give you the incentive to chant slow. If you are able to hit the notes right in the slowest tempo, you will be able to hit it in any tempo. The reverse is not true. If you sound like that you're hitting the tempo at a faster speed, notes at a faster tempo, you will be messing it up when you're slowed down, because then you're struggling for the notes. And the reason for that is you are not learning it in the technical way to say which akshara is having which swara. You're more like, I think I heard it right and I'm reproducing what I heard, than literally programming it piece by piece. This is the difference. So do not follow the second method of learning. I think I heard this. And most importantly, it is very difficult to learn Ganapatyotharvaseersham because it's a common thing that you hear in every puja everywhere, wherever you go. So depending on what you have been hearing all these years, the brain will pick it up. Here you're saying, no, format erase. This is the way I'm going to learn it. This is the way I'm going to chant it. Right? Is anything losing battery or something? I don't know. Okay. So next one. Shall we proceed? Okay. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. You see, I have stopped at C. Consciously, I'm breaking. Instead of saying Tattvamasi, the moment I say Masi, it is Dirgham. Masi. The second thing is, it is Tattvamasi. There are two it. It is not Tattvamasi. It is Tattvamasi. So you'll have to allow that time, allow that akshara clarity to say Tattvamasi. Tvameva la 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 pratyaksham makshabhir. So you visualize an inverted pa in Tamil, or a sleeping C. Mentally you have to visualize. Then only your mind will coordinate and say yes. Pratyaksham tattvamasi tvameva kevalam kartasi. Karta, hit the swarita note and avagraha, one extra matra. Kartasi tvameva kevalam dhartasi. Dha. Got it? So here again, don't try to be in a rush. Tvameva kevalam. Don't go for it. Pause. Tvameva. Have the ba hitting the right note. Go down all the way to K. Tvameva kevalam. You see, I have to take the time for Anudata for 2 matras. Kevalam dhartasi. Tvameva kevalam hartasi. Ha. Navi no. It has to come from the Navi. Hartasi. So far, similar sounding Tvameva. Now, mind has to switch quickly to say Tvameva sarvam khal vidam. So, patiently hold the note. Tvameva sarvam khal kha. Not kal vidam. Khal vidam. So, the risk there is, oh, he said that you have to accentuate the kha. You will hit the swarita there. Avoid the trap. Tvameva sarvam khal. I'm very carefully bringing out that hard consonant. Khal vidam brahmasi la. Tvameva sarvam khalvidam brahmasi. Another trap which you have to avoid. Because the Tvameva me is dirgham, there is a tendency for people to say Tvameva. You try to drag the Tva, thinking that you have to give a dirgham there also. Tva is short. Tvame is different from Tvame. So, Tvameva sarvam khalvidam brahmasi. The next akshara is Sakshad Atmasi Nityam. Those are the 2 words. It is combined to Saksha Datmasi. Masi. Go Swarita, come back and land on Udata, not go down to Anudata. Common mistake. You will keep on making that mistake. And so you have to be conscious that I am not going to do that. So, Tvam Saksha 2 matra. La da 2 matra. Saksha da rule. Half syllable goes with da. So, Saksha dat masi. 2 plus 1, 3 matras. Because there is a avagraha. So when you piece by piece you are assembling it, very little chance of making a mistake. And just like how Sonalji chanted, memorized, you are much more fluent because you are already programmed by audio and you are not reading from the PDF. I don't discourage PDF because at our age there is a fear, always fear of forgetfulness. So it's okay. I do that publicly without any shame. Because I would rather look at it and keep myself focused and not make a mistake rather than unknowingly committing a blunder. Right? So, once again, Tvam Sakshadatmasi. And this you have to program again and again. Sakshadat. If I just ask you to say 500 Dirgha Akshara, the meter should be the same in the first Akshara and the 500th Akshara. You cannot allow your mind to get tired and say, okay, now I'm going to keep varying the meter there. As I go towards the end, I'll keep on curtailing the matra. Right? So, Sakshadatmasi Nityam Anudata Udata. Nityam. Don't go for Swarita for ya. Nityam. Very careful takeoff and landing. Careful takeoff and landing. Hratam. The R has to be Rishi vowel, not Rudram Ru. R is this thing goes wider. It is Hratam Vachmi Lalla. Very short both. Satyam Vachmi. Right? Don't say Ratam Vachmi. Satyam Vachmi. Absolutely wrong chanting. Ratam Vachmi. Satyam Vachmi. Then Avat Vammam. La 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 la. Avat Vammam. Va, two matras, one. One udata, one anudata. So quickly finish your business and go to the next word. Va, Vaktaram. You saw how I chanted the Dirgha Swarita? Vaktaram. I'm not letting that flow come down to push again one more this thing up. If you chant like this, it is wrong. Vaktaram is to pause and push another that is wrong. Once you hit the Swarita note, you just extend it. Vaktaram without pause. Shrotaram. So, Shro, Dirgham. Whereas previous one was Va, one matra. Shro, two matra. So you see how the brain is tested constantly. If you are preceding the Akshara as Ava, and first you learned Va with great difficulty, your tendency will be to keep the same meter for everything because they all look similar. They are not the same. You have to shift from one matra to two matra because Va is one, Shro is two. So you'll have to do justice to that particular word. Ava Bhaktaram, Ava Shrotaram. Did I say it right or did I make a mistake? No? If you are not able to say it, that means still the meter is not registered. Ava
I thought
Bhak.
the gap was less. I don't know.
So I gave intentionally less matra for Shro. It was neither 1 nor 2. I intentionally put it at 1.5. But I'm glad you caught it. So it is Shrota, equal arkana. Shrota. Swaras don't matter for the meter, right? 2 is 2 for Shro, 2 is 2 for Ta. But Shrotaram. But Dataram. Da is intentionally soft. Damayanti da. But Dataram. The next one is Dhanam Dhanyam. Ava Dhataram. Ava Dhataram. The next one is Avanu Chanamava. Avanu Chanamava. Three parta Prichikungo. Avanu Udata again. All. Avanu. Avanu. 1, 2, 2. Cha, 2, na, 1, cha, na, la, la, avanu, cha, na, mava, quick 1, 1, swarita, udata, mava, shishyam, lala, shishyam, avanu, cha, na, mava, avanu, cha, na, mava, shishyam. So if you don't break it piece by piece and then assemble it, you will keep on making the mistake the way I committed just now. The tendency will be to give a swarita in na, not on ma. You replay this video in YouTube and you will take notes and you will realize. Then you record your own audio and you see how the predictions come true. If you don't pay attention, if you have a tendency to read, you'll keep on doing the swarita on na. Because that's a natural tendency for the human mind to do. But Paschat Tat. There is a it and there is a ta. But Paschat, you're picking up the it with sha. Paschat. Then you're adding tat. It is not tat, it is tat. Imagine that halant akshara at the end is supposed to be like chanted like you're taking a small tennis ball and dropping it on the floor. It will bounce. You cannot add a vowel. It is not ta, it is not tu or ta. Just Vaya tarakayaki, like without opening your mouth, you just bounce internally the sound. Paschat ava purastat. The next one is also ava, but because the subsequent akshara is uttaratat, va and u becomes vo. That is the only reason it is seen as different, but otherwise it is ava uttaratat. Combined as well, when you combine it with the sandhis, avot, udata, avot, then suddenly you drop thara, avot, tharat, tat, avot, tharatat, ava, dakshinat, dakshinat, tat, ava, chordhvat, chordhvat, dha is dha hard, dhvatat. The next again, avadharat, tat, avadharat, tat. Now here is the beauty. A long rick like this with everything udata requires a lot of concentration to hold the swara. And I teach Veda students this particular sign that your hand is horizontal. Imagine you have to ride this line straight up without losing energy and patience and concentration. Your hand cannot be bent, right? So solid. Adhe mari. Sarvato mam pahi pahi. Up to pa, same note. Focus only on the meter. Sarvato mam pahi pahi. Difficult to do the swarita at the end, but you have to do it. Samhantat, samhantat. So far, so good. Huh? Saman, la, la, la. Drop in anadi. Like hit it very hard. Samhantat. Sonalji, I hope you are driving safely, huh?
I'm home now, sir.
Okay, good. So, whatever I taught today, I will just summarize it without so many lectures, so many discourse and sermons. You see how it is, then you can follow it and revise it. Most likely, by when I reach Mumbai, I will see if I can share the audio. The audio has been ready for a long time, but the initial part, there is some instruction that I've given which is not valid for you, so that I have to edit it and re-record. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshadatmasi Nityam Hritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvam Mam Avabhaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanuchanam Avashishyam Ava Paschattat Ava Purastat Avotaratat Ava Dakshinattat Ava Chordhvatat Ava Dharatat Sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. These are the three riks in this paragraph. You will see the numbers also by the side. Now you may say, what is the significance of number when I'm chanting everything together? Can anybody guess why those numbers are important? I hope it is not too boring that I'm making the class so technical.
Number, sir?
You want to be good experts, no? Knowledgeable experts, right? Guess what could be the reason? Numbers. Why it is important to know that this, huh?
Paragraph number, Gana?
It's not paragraph number. You all know the difference between one vertical line and two vertical lines, right? You know it, right? So if you see Om Namaste Ganapataye, suddenly there is a number coming after Tvam Sakshadatmasi Nityam. That is one complete rik. Just like what you say as one shloka, it is one rik. It is extremely important if you do Ganapati Homam using Ganapatyotharvaseersham. At the end of that, Nitya Swaha. Oh. Such an important piece of information, right? So same way in Devi Mahatmya, what we do is wherever there's a double line, regardless of whether it is one line or two line of script, wherever there's a double line, you replace it with Swaha. Okay. So while we are at it, there is another important technical point. You will have to take notes, otherwise you will never remember this. Anything that is ending with Nityam, Yam, and it is the end of the rik. So you're saying you can never say Nityam Swaha. It is not just like attach a bogi called Swaha everywhere. If the end akshara is it becomes Giswaha. For example, if it is Nityam, when you're chanting in a Paranam style, you'll have to say Nityagiswaha. Now you will remember this in Devi Mahatmya Homo, right? You're coming in December, no? Register பண்ணலையா? பண்ணுங்க. Don't miss so close here. It's so close to your home.
Okay,
Okay.
you're asking me?
Ah.
No, there's a camp. There's a Balbihar camp we are having.
Balvihar camp will get all your life, you know. This you will not get again. It's a Laksha Chandi, 2 years of hard work, Sampurnam. It will be one of the grandest event there. And by the end of the fourth day, when you'll have goosebumps right in your backyard. So please attend if you can. And Sonalji, oh, you are in UK. I can't tell you. Others who can make a trip to India, you know, it's free for all.
What is it?
We have been doing Laksha Chandi as part of our ashramam. Laksha Chandi means the entire Chandi part of Purvangam, Uttarabhagam, everything with the Rahasya Trayam and 13 chapters wrapped around with Navakshari and Saptashati Nyasams.
My God.
Everything, our entire ashramam global group, we probably would have completed 150,000 times. And there are 1,000 havans to be done. So that 1,000 havan get completed. So you offer this whole thing to the Mahashodashi there. It will be one of the grandest thing. It will be live stream. You can check it out.
Maybe we can join.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anybody, you can tell anybody. They're all free to come and attend, participate, and enjoy the beauty. It will be like all the disciples from all over the world will be descending there in Chennai.
Actually, the first time sir told, I thought I will not cross more than 10, 12 times. But then now it's more than 100, 120 times I think I have
There you
chanted
go.
now.
There you go. It is a proud moment to see where people are struggling the way you're struggling, Padmaja. those people have become YouTube star performers today. Because it comes over a period of time, it will hone itself and you will be able to chant pretty well. But your basics have to be strong. The beginningly, if you are, before you learn how to roll and crawl, if you start trying to run like Usain Bolt, you will hurt your body. That's what it is. Speed will come automatically. The tendency to combine, how can I leave pause or space in between? It will come automatically. The mind will not accept it. But you do that after you have chiseled out every swara, every akshara, matra, right? Allow the mind to get used to it. It doesn't come that easy. So excellent. Any other doubt? Anybody wants to chant and try? Nitish or Usha? Try பண்ணுங்க பயப்படாதுங்க. Like don't hesitate. Yeah, you're speaking on mute, Usha.
I think let me practice it a little bit.
Good. Okay. So thank you for patiently listening. Oh, there are some comments on YouTube.
Both of us are, Usha and I are ready to chant when we are mute.
Okay. So Panditji, I'm sorry. I'm seeing your comments right now. No, I don't have cold. It is just that I got up in the morning and I'm sitting straight into the class, so it's a gruff voice. What if you're reciting mentally and it goes very fast, then what happens to the pronunciation? Yeah, as I said, the gurus, Maharishis who gave Vedas to us, ensured that there are 13 different methods of chanting, because that is the importance they're giving, to say no compromise on swara and matra. Whether you have cold or you don't have cold, whether you have fever, headache, it doesn't matter. It is required to be chanted the way it is supposed to be chanted. Yes, your follow-up question, I know, and I think I've referred to that. The same Bhadram Karnebi, what I am teaching is from Krishna Yajurveda. In Yajurveda itself, there are two types, Krishna Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda. And if you're living in the north, you will be exposed to Shukla Yajurveda. Bhadram Karne Veshunuyam. No. Bhadram Karne Vishnuyaama Devaः Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaistuštuvagum Sastanubhih Yashema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vriddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastaksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatir Dadhatu. This is Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda. So both are right. If you learn Shukla Yajurveda, you chant in Shukla Yajurveda. If you learned in Krishna Yajurveda, you chant in Krishna Yajurveda. And so it is always important that you don't miss any Vedic Parayanam, especially the first 2 minutes, because the Acharya will set the stage in terms of the Paddhati. So I have had people who have been chanting Purusha Suktam for God knows 30, 40 years. And the Acharya who was doing the Ramanujacharya Paduka Puja is very, very strict about Rigvedic this thing. So Agnimile Purohitam Yasya. That is how it is chanted. Whereas in Krishna Yajurveda, it is Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Deva Mritvijam. That's it. The swaras are different. Also, example of Purusha Suktam, Abhyas Sambhutam is a Yajurveda addition for Yajurveda. So if your declaration in the beginning is Rigvedic Paddhati, you stop before Abhyas Sambhutam. Which is why I made this class very technical. So you know what you're committing to, what sankalpam you're taking, what swaras you have to do, why. You can't say, I've heard only one way, so I will chant it that way everywhere, wherever I go. No, you're not there to express your skill and expertise in chanting. You are supposed to be one amongst, in sync with the rest of the crowd. If in that hall there are 50 people, they all know Rigvedic chanting and they know where to stop, where to start, what swaras. Either you follow them and be in sync, or you just listen. So I hope that answers your question. There is never correct or incorrect, because most people, in my opinion, who chant Vedic, this thing chanting in public, they are quite knowledgeable. I'm not a unique person giving such a technical class. There are people who go even more technical. So I would never say that one person is right or one person is wrong. I would rather put in effort to understand if there are something, like even in Samaveda, I made a mistake. I mean, I'm teaching Vedam for so many years. Uh, I didn't make a mistake of not knowing what is happening, but I made a mistake of asking that question because I have a tendency to ask question and learn. And this is again, in a Bhaskar Prakash Sahasra Chandi event in Red Hills. Our Gurujis offered such a amount of respect for me that there were about nearly 75 Vaidikas, masters in Vedam, sitting there and chanting in one voice Devi Mahatmya. And I was made to sit right next to the Pradhana Acharya. That is the amount of respect they offered. So I should have just utilized that and kept my trap shut. After a whole this thing, there was a Chaturveda Parayana. So if Vaidikas sit Chaturveda Parayanam, they will always do Ghanam. And there is a protocol. They will not yell, I will go first, you go. There is no yelling and discussions in public. It's all protocol based, understood. The Rigvedi will go first, then the Yajurvedi will go first, then Samavedi. And they will have to just look at each other. They know this guy is a Rigvedi, this guy is a Yajurvedi, this guy is a Samavedi. They will know that this group will start. So it's a group of 4 different Vedic representation. So I am familiar with everything. And I am a Samavedi from Kautuma Shaka. There is a Jaimini Shaka. We had 1543 shakas when Vedic Vedam was there, as codified by Vyasa. Today we have 3. So Jaimini is one of the third 3 shakas of Samaveda. 2 young boys, hardly 18 years of age, maybe, or even less than 18, effortlessly did the Ghanam in Jaimini Shaka, Jaimini Paddhati. So I picked up that it is Jaimini because I've heard it, not that frequently, and I'm thinking like I'm trying to appreciate 2 young boys chanting Jaimini because I'm in excitement. I'm a Samavedi. So I just asked them, like, how many years did you learn in Jaimini? Immediately, my friend said, in Tamil, he said, of course, please don't ask that question. He is that Salakshana Ganapatyotharvaseersham. So you don't go by the look and no mustache and so young. He must have just joined school. He's a postdoc, an acknowledged authority in that style of chanting. So lesson learned. Appreciate what you have. Don't act over smart in trying to motivate somebody just because they are looking young. They may be far, far senior to what you are. Right? So, Panditji, I hope I have answered your question. Sorry I didn't type it, but it is there in the YouTube. You can replay it whenever you're free. So, have a nice week. I will try to do the class while I'm in India. So, I will match up to the time and I'll try to do it because I don't want to give a break as much as possible. In the meantime, if you are able to record and send me audio files, it will be easy for me to give feedback. Right? And the evening class people, please play this YouTube video and learn for this 1 week because I won't be having the evening class, USA class. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a pleasant day.
Yeah, bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.